Hi. Okay, so I've had a rough weekend. Friday through Monday evening, so that would have been yesterday when I'm filming this, but I was in the hospital. Not for what I went there for, but I ended up, my hemoglobin and iron and all kinds of stuff was low. I have a wicked, like, oh, yeah, there you can see it. It's like a vein blue. Bad. I never got an infection because of it, and I'm not happy. But anyway, so figure, ignore all that because my kids ate stuff. Whatever. Actually, two of them's back there eating right now. Anyway, so I'm going to show you what I'm making for my husband to eat when he comes home, and I'll probably eat some too. He gets off at midnight, and we have to pick him up. So, anyway, in the instant, well, I have a crock pot version, but I've got a roast. If y'all can see that, I'm sorry if you can't, because I'm forward facing my phone. But I have like a 2.5. I think it's 2.5 pounds of beef something kind of roast, and Mississippi roast is what I'm gonna be making. So you need, I'm pretty sure it's just, you need the broth, and you need seasoning packets and butter. I think that's all you need in the recipe, but I add some other things to, because, you know, we like more flavor, so whatever. So I've got that. Pardon me if I've got pneumonia also. I'm battling all of it. So I've got homemade chicken broth that I've had in the refrigerator. I'm going to use, oh god, this hurts. I'm going to use 2 of these. These are pint jars. Oh man, I hope this doesn't explode in my face. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, we're good. Whoop. Yeah, it smells like chicken broth. I'm just gonna, oh wait, before I pour, I'm gonna pour 1 in right now and shake all the stuff down in the bottom out, right? Because you need the flavor. So I'm gonna put that in this. My kitchen's so dirty. That's why you're looking at me and not at my kitchen. So that, and then I'm gonna put the ranch, woo, and brown gravy, if it's backwards, ranch, brown gravy packet going in. I don't have an Instant Pot. I have the crock pot version. So it's like the crock pot express something or other. So I'm just gonna sprinkle these on there. Marley, the joys of having a 4, 3, and 2-year-old all at the same time. Sprinkling my, oh, I'm a messy cook, y'all, but I cook good food. I gotta get all that in there. Okay, those 2 are in. And then I've got I have leftover carrots I'm gonna throw in. Just because I need to get them out of my refrigerator, and they're getting, you know, not so good anymore, but that's okay. When you stick them in a pressure cooker with some meat, they're just gonna be fine. Right? Yeah. I've got the worst double chin in the world, but that's what you get when you're fat, you know. Okay, so I think I got, oh, run away. Okay, that, and then I'm gonna get the equivalent of a stick of butter is what you need to go in here. And actually, you're supposed to use like 5 pounds of meat, but my roast wasn't that big, so that's just not what we're doing today. And I may not use that other broth, but I might. We'll see what I got going on. I may need it. More. This is why. Where did you find? This is why I have to clean so much. This is why my house is so dirty. Because all my kids. Man, not my son. He's pretty good, but the other 2, my little child has special needs, and then I have a 2-year-old on the floor making a mess over here. Okay. We like extra garlic. We like garlic flavor, so I've got Dollar Tree minced garlic, and I'm gonna put a big, actually, like, oh, there we are, that much. And again, I'm just gonna get that in there. Oh shoot. Okay. Pepper. And if this is backwards, I don't think I can change the orient, like I don't think I can flip flop it. So I'm gonna put some extra pepper. And then not a ton of extra salt. This happens to be pink salt, but it don't really matter, but I'm gonna measure it in my hand. Let's see, so we got Where's my thing? Okay. Like half tablespoon or half teaspoon maybe? Oh, that's what it looks like so far. I guess you can see it kind of. Anyways, so there's that. Whoa. Whoa, bro. Whoa. Bowl full of water. From hot dogs for lunch. Bowl full of water. Oh, that would not have helped me at all. So, I don't think I'm gonna, I think I'm just gonna pour a smidgen of water over the top to kind of wet down the packets, like the spices and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna add this other thing of chicken broth. It's gonna go back in the fridge. Another thing that I'm gonna add is I've got some parsley. I'm just gonna rip some off and give it a good tear. Ah, there we go. Just gonna sprinkle some in here. Whip it up a little bit. Oh, this is killing my arm, man. I even got hydrocodone going in my veins, and it's still not helping me. Oh, not in my veins, but you know what I mean. I need some more. I need some more. I love parsley. It's like one of the best things to grow out of the earth. Oh! And you know what's funny about this stinking infiltrated vein is I tried to tell them when I'm gonna scream. I'm not even thinking about it, and I'm doing stuff, and it's killing me. I'm not. Hold, please. I gotta get some water. Marley, get out of there. What's funny about my infiltrated vein is, so I called the nurse. I felt it pop. I was sitting there watching TV, and I've been watching my veins because they're small and they're weak and they're puny and they don't hold up much. And I had already gotten 2 units of blood infused, and then I started IV iron infusions. And I was watching it, and I was watching Dirty Dancing. Woo! Love that movie. I was watching Dirty Dancing, and I felt it pop. And I looked down, and sure enough, it had swelled up and was starting to get red, and it was hurting. So I pushed my button, and they were taking forever. Like, every time I hit that button to tell them an antibiotic was done, or something, every time I pushed a button, if it wasn't a nurse, it was a tech. And if it was a tech, I didn't see my nurse till 20 minutes later, and at one point, it took an hour and 20 minutes, because I counted, for me to have a nurse come in my room. And in what universe does it need to take that long? I mean, honestly, it don't need to take that long. My mom's a nurse. I've been in enough hospital rooms. I've been with my special needs daughter. I've been in enough situations in my life that I know it does not need to take that long to come see me. But she came in, and I pointed down to my arm, and I said, I think we need to take this out. And she laid down, she goes, what's going on? I said, I felt it pop. I blew this vein. Like, we need to stop my iron infusion and take it out. Iron is acidic to your veins, and if you blow a vein, with iron infusions, you can risk really hurting yourself in your tissue and stuff in your arms. So she whipped her phone out of her scrub. She called for the IV team, which I don't know why a regular nurse can't just mess with it, take it out, and put in a new one. I sat there as she's doing that. She didn't stop the iron infusion. She didn't take the IV out. She didn't do anything about that. She waited a good 5-10 minutes before she did that. Flag 1, no. And so now, so Friday I went in. Saturday was when I had the blood in this arm, and it blew. So then they had to start this IV. Did the blood, antibiotic for pneumonia, and then iron. So that was Sunday night was at the point when I got this. And then nobody came to assess it. Like, they're supposed to come assess, take picture, mark it and stuff when you're swollen after a blown vein. No, they didn't do that. Okay. And then get my lid. Put my lid on. I'll put my lid on here. And then I'm gonna put my little glopper thing down. There we go. And nobody did it. And they kept telling me, oh, it's normal for a blown vein to have bruising and to have you know, swelling and stuff, and it'll go down. Well, no, this didn't go down because I was using the ice packs. I was icing it. It didn't go down. It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse up until today, and this is Tuesday. Okay? Well, it's a tape measure. Go for it. Well, then, okay. So it's Tuesday, and I called my doctor this morning. I got home last night, Monday. I called my doctor this morning, and I said, this is the situation. It's getting worse. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. It's hard. It's warm, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and harder and harder and harder on my arm. Like, it's just bad. And, like, I can't. It's hard for me to lift stuff, do stuff, move stuff. Like, I've got the highest dose of hydrocodone in my system, and I'm not feeling any pain relief. It's crazy. So, but when I went there this morning, she's like, well, looks like you're got an infection going here. And I was like, well, that's great, because nobody would look at it in the hospital. So now I've got to deal with this. I'm already on an antibiotic for the pneumonia, so I have to deal with this until it resolves itself, or if and when it gets worse, and I have to go figure out something else. You guys, do not sit back and let them not listen to you. You got to push and push and push until you can't push no more. Remember that. Okay, all that done. So I've had a crazy couple of days. So I've got my lid on, locked, my thing is closed, my little steamer valve thing, whatever you call it. And then the poundage on this roast is about half of what normal recipes will call for. So I'm going to cut the time in half on this guy. Kind of. Okay, where are we? I forgot. Wait a minute. I knew I was forgetting something. Where are we? Haha. I knew I was forgetting something. And you guys are in my cabinet. You guys are in my cabinet. If I was standing up, oh, nope. If this was pointed different, you wouldn't so much see that. It calls for pepperoncinis. I knew I was forgetting some. It seemed too easy. But those are really expensive, and these are half the price. So these are banana peppers. And I'm just going to put some of these in here. Oh, God. This is going to hurt really bad. Oh, Lord, thank you. Okay, I think the recipe calls for 8, like, pepperoncinis. I don't know how many banana peppers that is, so we're just gonna take a couple pinches and put it in there, like pinchfuls like this. We're just gonna sprinkle them in. 1, 2. Yeah, my hands are going right in my jar. 3. Cause my hands are clean. It doesn't sound like it from the story I just told you, but my hands are clean. Okay, so that was a good amount of peppers in there. Now we're good. If I forgot something else, oh well. So we got the lid going back on here. Now we're going to hit the meat and stew. It's going to be on high pressure. And then, so it's like an hour and a half is what they tell you if you have the 5 to 6 pound roast. So I'm going to do it for half will be 45, 50 to err on the side of caution. I've got my steam valve locked. I've got high pressure. We're going to let her go. All right. Hopefully I'll remember to film it in a little bit, unless I get crazy and don't remember. I really don't feel good. I haven't felt good for days. So, Marley, no. No. Thank you. Now leave it alone. Dumping cat's water. Okay, so hopefully I will be back after. It'll be a different video. Maybe. I don't know. But hopefully you will see the end result and see what else I cooked with it and see if my husband liked it. Because he says he's never had this, but I made it before, so he must have not disliked it when I made it. Right? Alrighty.